Hello, my friends. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I don't know if y'all have been paying attention. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. But I'm no longer going by Cosmic Jack. So normally I would say I'm Cosmic Jack, welcome to my YouTube, but we're shifting things up a bit. And the identity has shifted. We have changed, we have grown, we've evolved. And so as a reflection of all that, so is my content, my work, my channels, what I bring through. And feels like a very full moon in Sagittarius manifestation, you know what I mean? Like my Sagittarius energy, she's getting a facelift, she's getting a new identity. We're glowing up again over here. And, baby blue is like the freaking theme. Like, I'm just looking at my fingers with all my blue. We're just blue over here. Okay, well, all of that to say, we have my favorite full moon of the year incoming. And the reason I love this full moon is one, because of where it lands in my chart. Two, because I have Gemini and Sagittarius energy in my chart. But three, it really is just like a fun, feel-good fucking time. And, no party is complete without some Gemini and Sagittarius energy. And so this is the full moon that really just like gets you out of your box, gets you out of your shell, gets you out of your comfort zone, brings in new ideas, new insights, new opportunities. There's like a bigness with this full moon. There's like an explosion of newness, of excitement, of fun, of expansion, of learning, of traveling, of exploring, of new opportunities coming in, plot twists, pivots, you name it. And this full moon is opposing Uranus. Uranus has newly entered Gemini. So the Sun and Uranus are still technically conjunct. They will be 7 degrees apart, but that is still heavily influenced. And I don't know if you've been feeling this Uranus influence in the chart. I certainly have. I am literally Uranus embodied. My body is Uranus. So if you've ever run into me IRL or you choose to learn from me, it's because you likely have you're going through a Uranus transit, or you have a Uranus signature in your chart and you just get activated and things shift. Life changes. Like, people's life always changes after they meet me. And I'm not just saying that. I'm like, you're welcome to every guy I've ever dated. Your life got better after I entered the chat. Anyways, but that's the energy of Uranus. Like, Uranus is going to force you to shift, to change, to move, to, shake shit up, do something different, right? And that's really what's going on in my life. Like, everything is different, but then it's funny because it's like the energy that I have really been walking through the last 9 months is like I am revisiting and re-experiencing my life as like a different version of myself. So it's like the same place, different energy. Like the same opportunity, different energy. Like same, like a place, like same location, like New York or Miami or Seattle or Arizona, like wherever I've been, it's like the same location, but like everything is different because I'm so different. And it's like where something in the past would have gone sideways and would have gone left, now it's like going right, and everything is going right, and everything is great, and everything is Gucci, and everything is good. And so it's like you getting your body accustomed to like the new way of being and operating, which can take some time in that liminal space of like figuring it out. But right now, it's like our destinies are getting catapulted. Things are shifting in such profound ways, like I can't even explain. And it really is about surrender. And like so much has dropped in for me recently just from surrender. No effort, zero effort, all surrender. The only effort that I am doing is making sure that I'm a match to miracles, right? I am a match to what I want. I am a match to my next level. I am a match to where I'm going. And then I'm showing up in alignment with that, right? And so that's why like a miracle is just a change in consciousness, because it's really just about shifting something within yourself so that the light can be revealed. And, like I'm a Kabbalah girly. Kabbalah has changed my life. And the study, like the Kabbalah, is really all about just expanding your capacity to receive. And that's really our only work. And I see it time and time and time and again with my clients that like we just release somatic resistance within our bodies. We transform the vessel. We open to the light, and like the miracle is just right there. Like it's always just right there. And it just flips everything on its head. It's like miracles aren't something you go do and create. They're something you receive. And you receive them by releasing your resistance, removing your reactivity, clearing out stagnant emotions, and raising your vibration. And then when you do that, like the guidance, the insight, the clarity, the wisdom is always right there. It's going to come through on the other side of you releasing like the past, the dull emotions, the pain, the lack, the negativity, whatever it is. And that process can take time because our 3D bodies are slow, you know? But what I really like see now is just so much is dropping in for people, and it's a really magical time. But really what's happening is so much is just shifting. And so we're now having to experience things as like a new version of myself. It's like, okay, like what does it look like for me to create a business from this version of myself? I've done all the healing work, and now I get to actually live out the healing, right? And I think so much of my work is transitioning into working with people who are just like ready to like have fucking fun again and like live their life. And like you do the healing work for like who you get to be on the other side. And so it's like, well, you're there, you made it, you did it, and now how are you gonna go like fuck shit up and live your life as this like happy, hot, healed version of yourself? And that's really what's so fun. And so it's like you're like exploring the world, like doing the robot, like you're exploring the world as this like happy, grounded, centered, confident, empowered version of yourself. And that person is going to attract and manifest a completely different reality. And so much of this full moon is kind of like a culmination and a fruition of that. And it's so beautiful. And I just love how so much of the work is just going inside of yourself and doing the inner work. And then the things just present. And like I'll have more stories to tell like once things have fully like moved forward. But so much of like what's come through for me in the last 9 months has just been things coming to me. And I haven't like really done shit. Like I've just gone deep within myself, and then I receive. And it's just how it works. Like I have just been manifesting like living situation, home, car, work, opportunity, clients, like literally everything just from opening and receiving. And that's the thing, when you can really connect to and establish that certainty, that faith, and that trust in God, the creator of the universe, then it's like you don't like, there's nothing for you ever to control. There's nothing for you ever to worry about. There's nothing for you ever to fear. There's nothing for you to ever hold judgment about, because you just trust who's guiding your fucking ship, and that is God, source, creator. And that's really what these nodes have taught us, like the last year and a half. Like nothing has gone fucking according to plan. Nothing. Not one thing. Not one thing has gone according to plan, which shows you how little control we have here on the earthly plane. And it's like, right, like release the grips, open palms, and just trust that what God has for you is so much better than what you have imagined for yourself. And when you try to control God, you limit the possibilities and the opportunities for yourself. And it really is kind of a joke to think that we have any control at all. And you know, the harder our 3D crumbles, usually the harder we try to cling to control. And that's why success sometimes can really just be a humbling of the ego. And people think, I heard this from David Guillaume this week, and it really fucking landed. And he was like, we go through pain and we go through negativity, and then the miracle lands. And he's like, it's not because you went through that thing that the miracle landed. It's because you then were in a place where your ego didn't exist, right? It's like we get crushed. Our ego gets crushed, and then we like open and we surrender, and then the thing lands. And it's like, well, we actually didn't have to go through that contrast, but that contrast was required to remove the ego. And so when you can just get your ego out of the way, surrender your ego, and like stop trying to control, it's like we actually don't ever have to even experience the contrast, right? It's just we have to surrender, and that is uncomfortable for people because you have to trust and have certainty and faith in the unknown. And the unknown is where miracles land, and that's where they lie. And so, but what it's like when you trust your co-creator and when you trust yourself and you trust your channel, then that is coming from a really whole, integrated, solid place within yourself for you to manifest everything that you want. And so wholeness is super magnetic and safety is super magnetic, which is why so much of your magnetism is an inside job, because if you don't feel safe in your frame, in your body, you're not actually gonna be able to access your wholeness, your magnetism, your power, your strength, your vitality, your validity. Is that the right word? I don't know. That's just wanted to be said. And so it's like so much of the work is coming back into your body, like really expanding your capacity in your nervous system to receive, because when you feel safe in your own frame, then like what's more powerful than that? You can go fuck shit up because you're safe to do anything that you want. You're safe to create anything that you want. And so much of that, like we feel like we have to control because we don't feel safe and we don't trust. But when you trust yourself, you trust the creator, literally, what is there to ever fear? Because you're always hided, you're being swaddled like a little baby by God. Like that, you got to trust that, right? And it's just like really like feeling in your body that somatic safety and really who you get to become when you come from a place of wholeness. So I love this energy right now. Uranus is square these nodes of fate. So Uranus is literally bringing in so much kind of change and shifts in your trajectory, in your life, in your purpose, in your fate, in your destiny, because that's what the nodes represent. And again, like everything I just said about like trusting the creator and surrendering control, like that is the main lesson of the North Node in Pisces, the South Node in Virgo, and Uranus is square that point. So like Uranus is like checking to see if you trust. Uranus is checking to see if you surrender. Uranus is checking to see if you have certainty. Like, and then there's like the gifts, there's the rewards on the other side. And so there's so much just shifting. There's so much fate. There's so much destiny at play. We have like 2 months left of these nodes before they move into Leo and Aquarius. So confirmation, it's a really wild time. A lot is coming to fruition as well as coming to manifestation. Like things are being shaken in and shaken out. So really trust. How many times can I say fucking trust? Trust what is unfolding, what is happening, because answers will come through in an instant. Like I asked for something very fucking specific. I was like, what am I doing next? Like I literally was just like, what am I doing? What should I do? What is my highest alignment? And I was literally like laying on the fucking lounge chair, sunbathing like a fucking goddess in the sun, and like literally ping. And I was like, okay, interesting. That's what I'm doing. God is listening. God knows exactly what you want. You just have to be open. You have to ask and be willing to receive it and like trust the pivot, right? That's like basically the energy. And I keep like, I just glanced down and I saw the cards that I pulled, and they're literally like the best cards ever. Page of Cups, King of Cups, new opportunities, new fulfillment, new heart-centered leadership. 9 of Cups. Are you fucking kidding me? This is like liquid gold. Everything is manifesting. Everything is magic. Your pot of gold is here. The King of Cups. This is like so much like heart-centered love and fulfillment and abundance and joy and happiness. Like new opportunities, new offerings. And, you know, I feel compelled to say on that note, this full moon in Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter in Cancer. This is the heart. This is the emotions. This is the love. This is the abundance, right? And all of that comes on the other side of your vulnerability, which is what Cancer represents. It's like, can you be vulnerable enough to ask for your needs, to be open, to receive the love, to receive the support? And sometimes that feels like you're showing someone your asshole when you're asking for what you want. But that's the key to all of your happiness and your joy and your fulfillment. I said that to a friend recently, and she was like, dude, why does like asking for what you want feel like that? I'm like, literally, it feels like you're showing your asshole. Like, I get it. But it's like, on the other side of that is the stability, is the support, is the love, is the happiness, is the joy. And so it's just like about getting uncomfortable, stretching your edges. And Jupiter in Cancer has been expanding your capacity to receive for the last 9 months. Hence why my Jupiter return has been all about receiving and opening my heart space and really healing the inner child, because Cancer is the inner child. So healing your moon, healing your body, feeling safe with yourself, all of that good stuff. And then 9 of Wands, it's like you're right there. You're right there. Everything you want is already in escrow. It's all just waiting to come in. The King of Swords is like plotting his fucking move. He's like, how do I ask her out? He's like, how do I come forward? He's like figuring it out, right? And because he feels the magnetism of your heart. He's being fucking pulled. Like your soulmate wants to be with you. What you want wants to be with you. The perfect job, the perfect opportunity, the perfect friend, like everything wants to be with you. It's like your willingness to open your heart and be vulnerable and let's see, allow yourself to receive it, allow yourself to feel the passion, allow yourself to be reunited with your higher self, with your highest timeline, with your highest soulmates. Like literally, it's all right here. It's all right here. Like what more could you want? Like this is the best reading ever. And so all that to say, magic is happening, magic is unfolding. So like just take a deep breath, feel into your body how you want to feel with like everything that you're calling in. How does it feel? And just making that your daily practice to connect to that within your body. The body is so important to, and feeling your feelings is so important to really manifesting everything that you want. So sending you so much love. This is my last week of sessions. So if you want to book in, be sure to do so. Things are moving and happening. Again, we're shifting over here. So how I'm showing up is going to be shifting as well. And, I'm working the World Cup, which how fucking full moon in Sagittarius is that? We've got soccer, we've got sports, we've got travel, we've got broadcasts, publications. My Venus in Sagittarius is oh so happy. So I will see you soon. If not in my one-on-one sessions, then I wish you a lovely month, a lovely summer, and I'll see you on the next one, whenever that be. Bye.